Hi, beautiful people. It is Sharetta, and I am your wellness, holistic, and women's health advocate. Okay. I come today to talk to you about a subject that is really dear, and it's about women's hormonal imbalance and how does it play a part on your life. Okay. We're going to get into the cause. We're going to get into the healing side, the hidden signs, and how to bring your body back into balance. Okay, naturally. Okay. All righty. So let's get into it. All righty. We're going to talk about the causes and what the signs are. Okay. So if you are dealing with these things, okay, that I'm about to say, we're going to talk more into it. Okay. If you're dealing with anxiety, fatigue, weight change, mood swings, heavy periods, and just feeling off, you're not off. Okay. You're not off at all. And your hormones are the body's message, okay? And they control your mood, your sleep, metabolism, okay? Energy and your menstrual cycle, your skin, your hair, your weight, fertility, and stress response, okay? And just remember, women, um, we're not like men where we put out then, purge off our hormones every 24 hours. For us, it's a 28-day cycle, right? And that's why your menstrual cycle is part of you detoxing your body, okay? So now let's get into the sign of the hormonal imbalances, okay? And if you are experiencing any of these, it's because your body is talking to you, okay? Alrighty, so you have low energy or you have midday crashes where in the morning you're ready to go, and by the midday you're like, yo, I'm tired and I don't even feel like I did anything. Okay. You have anxiety or you're just straight up just irritable and you don't understand why you're irritable. Okay. And then one minute you just have anxiety and you're just like so irritable and you're just like, yo, I don't know what's going on. I'm about to get more into it. All righty. And you have a lot more weight gain in the stomach area. Okay. Because of that, it's because of the um cortisone that we're holding in. And that's why you have more weight gain because you got to remember your pancreas is right in there in the high stomach area. Okay. Then you have heavy periods and irregular periods. And we'll get more into that because of that. It's because of your hormones. And a lot of women will be like, oh, well, yeah, I mean, I've been diagnosed with endometriosis or PCOS, and a lot of it comes from the hormonal imbalance. Okay. You're having low libido, which is low sex drive. And no, it's not you, it's your hormones. Okay. Your hair is starting to thin. So as you run your fingers through your hair, or you comb your hair or wash your hair, you see a little bit more hair than usual coming out. All righty. And then you have adult acne, but the acne is usually around here in the jawline, right in here in the chin. Okay. That is your body telling you, look, your hormones are off. Okay. Not just like when you get your menstrual cycle, you may have a pimple here or there or a little acne right here, but it's all in the jaw right here. All righty. You're having night sweats. Okay. And then you're having trouble sleeping where you're up and it's like no matter how early you go to sleep, you're going to be up at the same time, maybe 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. or 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Okay. Then you're having smooth mood swings. Okay. So these mood swings are not basically just anything. You know, you're not bipolar. Okay. No, you're not manic depressed. Okay. They're just mood swings because your hormones are off and your body is triggering it because it's trying to reset it and it can't and it's misfiring. Okay. And these are part of your body is giving your body the message to say, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. And a lot of times we don't pay attention to our bodies, right? So come on. So I'm going to get into the root causes of a lot of this stuff that we have going on, okay? And the root causes sometimes tends to be a little bit deeper because sometimes we'll have something going on and we won't pay attention and we'll just think it's just this. So number one, root cause is stress and cortisol. And you're like, what is cortisol? So it's when your body stores sugar and it pushes sugar more and more and more because you're stressed. So it's saying, oh, okay, um, I'm not safe. I need to be protected. So it push sugar into the body. And this chronic stress leads to high cortisol, which leads to low progesterone, okay, and low estrogen. That's why you have more testosterone in the body. You'll see that you'll have more hair, or you'll just feel kind of off with the anxiety, PMS, and just overall mood swings. And that's because of this, because of high stress. Okay. The next thing and the second thing that we have is your gut. Okay, your gut health is off. You have bacteria in your gut that helps regulate the estrogen in your body. Thus, when you get your menstrual cycle, you see that a lot of times you be like, oh my God, with the menstrual cycle, I have diarrhea. Yes, because it is regulating and getting out all the stuff that it needs to get out of your body because your body is detoxing. But when it's in balance, that means you have heavy periods with a lot of pain, a lot of bloating, and a lot of mood swings because of the imbalance. Okay. The third thing is thyroid and metabolism. Okay. And there's a lot of women that have a lot of issues with hypothyroidism, which is low thyroid, which leads into you being fatigued and extra tired, or you just feel like you can't get enough, or you're eating things to try to get you going. And you're just like, yo, it's not helping me going. And it's the weight loss, the depression, and dry skin. And a lot of times on the dry skin, it comes out on your face first. Okay. It'll be on your body and you really don't pay attention, but on your face. Okay. Where you have dry patches here, here, and in here, and in here, and in here. That has a lot to do with the thyroid. But not only that, it has a lot to do with the gut as well. Okay. Then the fourth thing we have is insulin resistant. Okay. When I say insulin resistant, that means you're eating so much sugar because of the cortisol in your body that quite often when you eat a piece of candy, you'll feel like real jittery and all of that. And then all of a sudden you'll just feel like, oh, I'm so tired. And that's because of the hormones have been overstimulated and it causes you to kind of crash out. The fifth thing is adrenal fatigue, and your adrenal gland is located in the brain. Thus, that is talking about your mindfulness, you being feeling overwhelmed, overworked, your emotions, your trauma center, okay, where you deal with the trauma, survival mode, and being in your flight and flight. Okay, that is adrenal fatigue. And I know a lot of us go through that. Okay, well, we're second guessing, we're in fear and all that. And it's not necessarily what's going on with you internally, it's your adrenal fatigue, all because of the hormonal imbalance. Okay. Also, number six is the life stages, okay? Birth control is one of the most things that will have your hormones imbalanced because basically they're trying out different types of birth control pills to regulate to stop your body from ovulating so you don't get pregnant, which it kind of sets your body off and your body is like trying to fix it. And so it's in a misfiring mode. And that's why a lot of you all have a lot of complications with birth control. And then once you get off on the birth control, you start feeling better, or it takes a little bit for your body to get back into sync. Okay. The second thing is postpartum. Okay. A lot of women deal with postpartum. It's because when you're pregnant, you're producing extra progesterone, you're producing extra estrogen because you're carrying life, you're producing it and you're stretching out your uterus, right? Not only that, you have to produce milk for the baby and everything like that. So we go through the modes of that. And then after you have the baby, the body doesn't automatically reset. The hormones have to come down and it has to surface out of your body. Okay. The third thing we have is perimenopause. And y'all are like, what is perimenopause? Okay. That means it's symptoms showing you that your body is getting ready to lead you into going into menopause, where it's going to lead you to have the symptoms of maybe irritability, your libido is off, mood swings, hot flashes. One minute you're feeling like you're depressed, and the next minute you're feeling like, oh, I'm about to kill something. Okay. That is part of perimenopause because your hormones are kind of like, all right, we're trying to figure out a happy medium here. Okay. And then the next one is full-blown menopause. That's when your menstrual cycle stops. That's when you stop producing certain hormones, but you still need your ovaries. So what am I seeing is when women go through perimenopause or they have any issues because of the hormone imbalance, a lot of these doctors, the first thing they want to do is they want to say, oh, let's do a hysterectomy. No, 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 no. We're not doing that, okay? Because when they do hysterectomies, they're taking out the thing that you really need to produce the hormones you need to do and to secrete them out. Okay. And a lot of times they're either taking one ovary or both ovary. You need your ovaries because your ovaries send out estrogen and progesterone out into the body. If the body is full too much with testosterone because the estrogen and progesterone is low, then you start to have more melly features, right? You start to produce chin hairs. You start to be off more. You start to be depressed, bipolar, and a couple other things that it leads into, okay? And these phases can cause a major shift in your hormones, okay? Yes, I said a major, major shift in your hormones. So let's get into it. Let's get into how to balance your hormones naturally, okay? Number one, we're going to start with the nervous system where we reset the nervous system. And you're like, huh? Yes, we're going to reset the nervous system. And you're like, how do I do that? No problem. You do breath work, and I'm going to explain. So, breath work is basically your breathing, okay? And you breathe. So, you breathe in and you breathe out slowly. And then you'll breathe in and you'll hold it and breathe out slowly. And as you do it, you're dropping your shoulders. So, what I like to do is I like to take 4 regular breaths and breathe out. And then on the fifth one, I'll breathe in, hold it for 10 to 15 seconds, and I'll keep doing it again until I feel very relaxed, like I'm in a happy space and I feel like I'm floating. Okay. The next thing you can do is meditation. And meditation is something big. And people be like, well, I don't feel it when I meditate. It's okay. It's just sitting down and having a sound mind and relaxing. A lot of times when I meditate, I have music and I have some music that would just take the edge off. It just make me get into the place where I just need to be. The next thing is journaling. Journaling is a very good way to reset the nervous system, writing down your feelings and how you feel, things that you're grateful for, things that you would like to make progress with. And then the one thing that I love to do is called gratitude. And I always, when my mood is kind of funky, or I'm overthinking, or I'm depressed, or whatever, I have any thoughts, I always say 3 things that I'm grateful for. Because what does it do? It makes you come into the present moment, in the now moment. So you're not thinking about everything else. So every time you get into the little mood where you feel like you're overwhelmed and that fight and flight is kicking in, 3 things that you're grateful for. And then another thing is natural dopamines. And you're like, natural dopamines. Yes, natural dopamines. You have natural dopamines like green tea. It's good. It's a natural dopamine when it calms you down. You have atropines, which are like mushrooms, which is like lion's mane, turkey tail, and stuff like that. Even semi-sweet and bitter, semi-sweet and dark chocolate are very good things to calm down your nervous system because it's a natural dopamine. Also, I have been using these, and these are by Pine Patches, and they're dopamine patches. And in these dopamine patches, it has lion's mane extract, and it has a couple different other herbs in it. And I really like it because it's just a little small patch. And let me show you. And this little small patch right here, and as you can see, I've been using them. So it comes 6 up there, and you just take it, and I usually put it right here on my wrist. And I could feel the difference. I feel more heavy, I feel more light. I have a heavy moment, and I feel like then I'm just naturally floating, okay? So when you calm your nervous system, it balances out your hormones, okay? Second thing is anti-inflammatory eating because we eat so many things that will cause us to have inflammation in our bodies, starches, sugars, nitrate, salt, okay? Salt. If you do have salt in your house, and most of you don't, but look at the ingredients. If it has iodized salt, please get rid of it because iodide, what it does is it captures the fluid and it holds on to it and it expands out. And that's why you have a lot of inflammation in your joints and in your body. Okay. And some of those foods can be fiber. Okay. And, simply fiber like grains and green leafy vegetables, beans, healthy fats like avocado. Okay. Olive oil. Okay, healthy fats, and limited sugars and processed foods. You can get sugar in your body naturally with simply things like watermelon, grapes, apples, okay? And then eliminating processed foods because a lot of times processed foods they put high fructose corn syrup in there or sucrose or other sugars that shouldn't be in there, and it causes you to become addicted to it, and it also sets off your brain and just sends you in a little more like you're like and then all of a sudden you crash down. So if you start changing up your diet, so one of the things that I did when I started seeing this going on is I did the green goddess salad and I did kale. Now, you have to do it this way because if you eat kale by itself, I don't like it. But if you take olive oil and you massage your kale with the olive oil for about 2 minutes or so, it'll shrink and it'll moisten it. And then you add lemon juice and whatever seasonings, okay? So I like the green goddess seasoning from Sam's Club, and I may put a little garlic powder. Then you throw all your vegetables in there, but you don't have to put any dressing because you added the lemon juice in there with your seasons and the olive oil, and it naturally gives you a salad dressing. And it worked, and it fixed my cravings. And I did it with no meat, but I needed some more protein. So I did like hemp seeds or garbanzo beans and avocados and stuff like that. So try that. And I guarantee you it'll reset everything. Okay. The third thing is support your gut. Yes, gut support. You could do a probiotic, which could be like Greek yogurt or kefir or anything like that. And then a prebiotic, which that I do, I like to do chlorophyll, liquid chlorophyll. And I just take it and put it in some water and drink it, and it resets your gut. It is really good for gut health. All righty. Fermented foods can also be a good thing for you. And then also, I have custom teas and things that I have. So I have a detox tea, and then I have actual teas itself, where it helps reset and rebalances your whole nervous system, lymphatic system, full body cleanse, and everything. But I have teas as well, where they have some of the supplements that I'm going to talk about next. Okay. The fourth thing is sleep like it's medicine. Okay. Remember, when you're sleeping, your body repairs itself. It's hormones and everything because you're at a resting stage. You're at your rest stage, you're at your REM stage, and it gives your body time to just go ahead and go in there and repair everything. So you're saying, like, what can I do? Okay, here's a couple things that you can do. Lemon balm is a great herb where you can find in a tea. Okay. You could do mint. You could do chamomile. You could do lavender, some type of citrus where it calms you down and gives you happy feelings, but it makes sure that you can calm down. Okay. And that's a couple things that you can do. Also, I do carry a sleepy time tea and it works very well. And it has a lot of those things in there, plus a couple of other things. Okay. Then five is supplements that actually work. Okay. You have magnesium glycinate, which is very good. And it helps with brain fog. Okay. It helps with pain, helps with inflammation, but it helps to balance your hormones. Because remember, a lot of times when your hormones are out of whack, your nervous system is out of whack, and so is the brain. That's why you have foggy thoughts. All righty. Omega-3. You can either do omega-3 supplements, get the ones that are the burp free. So when you burp, it doesn't taste like sardines and like you eating salmon. But then you can also include salmon, sardines, and other different type of fish that are high in omega-3. Vitamin D. You can do vitamin D tablets, but also natural vitamin D is going out in the sun, okay? Going out in the sun and staying in the body and getting the sun's rays. And if it's too cold, sit by a window where you have natural sunlight, okay? Ashawagandha. Ashawagandha is very great for balancing out your hormones because not only that, it balances out the mind. Remember, we talked about the adrenal fatigue. It helps with that. Okay. You can take it in a supplement or it can be in tea form. And I carry a supplement with ashawagandha and a few things. Okay. And I also incorporate ashawagandha in my teas. Okay. Also, the next thing is the maca root. And look, I know everybody's got this thing where they say, okay, with the maca root, they say it's for, for you getting your libido up. It's for weight gain. It's for this. Yes, it's for a lot of things, but it also helps regulate your nervous system, which gets your hormones back in place. Okay. Atropenes and atropenes are basically mushrooms. So if you're allergic to mushrooms, leave this step out. But it would be like your lion's mane, your turkey tail, and a few other mushrooms. And then probiotics will be what you need to include in your body. And that's going to help you with your gut health. Okay. So now that we have that, okay, let's get into the sixth thing. The sixth thing that will help you get your hormones back balanced is your life and your cycle of syncing out your cycle in life. That means eating. Okay. Don't skip no meal. Because when you skip meals, it tells your body, I need to store up all this sugar. And then when you go and skip a meal, you want something and you're craving sweet, you want a candy bar and all that. So don't skip no more meals. All righty. Get to moving. That means moving, walking. Okay. When I say when you're moving, walk, you can exercise, but you don't have to overdo it. Just going for a 15, 20-minute walk helps reset your body, but it calms down your nervous system as well. Okay. Work on resting according to your body, getting your sleep. Okay. And remember, your hormones are not there just to tell you this. They are your way of communicating to your system. Okay. And it shows you where your body needs love, heal, and it needs alignment. Okay. So if you want more information or you want to check out the products that I have talked about, make sure you click on the link. Okay. Also, I am available for consultations where I can help you to actually get the things together, your game plans, even show you how to read your labs, what tests or whatever that you need to ask your physician to do for you. Okay. And don't forget to share this, okay, to like and make sure you subscribe because I'll be coming with some more information for you, okay? So until then, remember, your health is wealth, okay? And remember, be your own advocate. And we're going to go on that next, where I'm going to help you to be your own advocate as women, okay? Thank you. And I look forward to seeing you all again. Thanks.